As the night grew late, the pounding dance music from the club reverberated in Alice's ears. She left the club, slightly unsteady from the alcohol, but eventually made her way home. She threw herself onto her bed, wrapped in soft sheets, and quickly surrendered to sleep. In the next moment, however, Alice was abruptly pulled into another world. She found herself standing in a forest, covered in an eerie mist, so silent it felt unnaturally still. It was a strange place, as if the boundary between reality and fantasy had been crossed. Suddenly, glowing eyes appeared from the depths of the forest. Cold and sharp, they locked onto her, watching her intently. Instinctively, Alice moved and fled into the forest, away from that gaze. The creature began to pursue her. No matter how far she ran, there was no sign of an exit. Alice began to realize that this strange place was connected to something deep within herself, but she still couldn't grasp exactly what it was. Pushing through the fog, she eventually reached a large lake. The surface of the water rippled gently, faintly glowing in the dim light. The eerie shimmer of the lake made Alice hesitate for a moment, as if it was beckoning her in, but driven by thirst, she pushed her fear aside and slowly reached out to touch the water. The moment her fingers brushed the cold surface, fragments of her past began to appear before her. She saw scenes of herself as a child, laughing warmly with family and friends, innocent smiles, peaceful moments, but gradually those images faded, dissolving into the mist. In their place appeared scenes of separation from former lovers and friends. She remembered how she had built emotional walls and distanced herself from them, cutting ties with the people she once loved and cherished. Alice recalled how she had grown distant from those around her, though the reasons were unclear. Yet a deep sense of loss and guilt tightened around her heart. In that moment, Alice realized that what had been chasing her wasn't an external enemy, but the lost memories of her past. There was no escaping it. To truly be free, she had to confront these memories. When Alice turned around, she saw the creature standing silently, watching her from the forest. Its presence, though quiet, symbolized what she needed to face. In its eyes, she could see her past and the unresolved emotions she had long buried. A resolve began to form in her heart. Slowly, Alice stood up and began walking toward the creature. Though fear gripped her, step by step, she moved forward, determined to confront the pain of her past. Finally, she reached out and touched the creature. The moment her hand made contact, it was as if rusted chains had been broken. The mist began to quietly dissipate. The creature vanished peacefully, and with her reconciliation with the past, Alice was freed from the place that had held her captive for so long. In the next moment, she found herself back in her bed. Soft morning sunlight streamed through the window, signaling the start of a new day. Alice's heart felt light, and with a newfound sense of freedom, she knew she could walk forward into the future, no longer bound by her past, and she knew that one day she would reconnect with someone and love again.